WMTV, Madison.
Coming up on Newscene 15.
President Bush and 3 South American countries form an alliance against drugs.
The Dane County Board tonight debates pulling out of the Wisconsin County Board Association because of a meeting some say was racist.
And the different responses on Indian reservations to the ban against casino-style gambling operations.
In the weather, more winter watches out for the state tonight.
And sports, what reaction to tonight's Badger basketball game?
Newscene 15 is next.
This is Newscene 15 at 10 with Rick Featherston and Andrea Ernst. Elmer Childress with the weather and Todd Johnson highlights sports.
Good evening. President Bush met with 3 South American leaders today in Colombia to discuss ways to stop the flow of drugs to this country.
He says the presidents of Peru, Bolivia, and Colombia have formed an alliance. The 4 leaders signed a series of drug-fighting agreements at their heavily guarded get-together. But Colombian President Barco told Bush it will not be necessary to have the U.S. Navy block drug shipments off the Colombia coast. For his part, Bush said he will try to cut the demand for cocaine in the United States. The leaders know they must attack the problem on several fronts.
Demand is a key part of the equation, but so is finding another way to survive for the farmers who produce the drug crops. More from Lisa Myers.
Perhaps the most important part of the summit package is U.S. trade and economic measures to wean Peru's and Bolivia's economies off cocaine. Experts have said for years that only economic incentives will persuade farmers to grow less coca.
The farmers don't sit up nights thinking about how they can destroy the youth of America. They're looking to earn a living.
But there is so much coca grown today that it will take years before the results of crop substitution would be felt on the streets of this country.
There is a coca bush for every citizen in the United States in one valley in Peru the size of Chicago.
Most other actions announced today are aimed at reducing the supply of cocaine in the near term by increasing pressure on the Colombian cocaine bosses. The radar stations being readied in Colombia are likely to improve interdiction of planes leaving that country. And tonight, there is a glimmer of hope that the Colombian crackdown may finally be having an impact here. The Drug Enforcement Administration reports a small increase in the wholesale price of cocaine in Los Angeles and Miami.
Don't look for a reduced supply next week, next month. It may take till next year. But I do think you will find pressure driving up the price and reducing the purity.
Some argue that the entire focus of the summit is misleading because it leaves the impression that the drug-producing countries are the problem.
So if Colombia were out of the market tomorrow, we would still have a problem, and a severe one, unless we curtail our appetite for drugs.
Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry was indicted on more drug charges today. Barry says he's innocent and will be exonerated in court. Barry was charged with possession